Students, today we are going to discuss your worksheet number 43, class 10th science for the date 12th October. In this worksheet you will see that we are starting a new lesson that is known as periodic classification of elements. Initially you can see the matter which is present in our nature has been divided into three elements, compounds and mixture, and these elements are the substances which are composed of one kind of atoms only. That means sodium is made up of sodium atoms, magnesium, any element you can say. Till now you can say there are around 118 elements known, and all these have different properties, and out of these 118 elements 98 are naturally occurring, rest of them have been synthesized in the lab. Now the question comes, why there is a need for periodic classification? So elements have been classified so that they could be easily studied in a organized manner. Second, classification help us to differentiate elements into metals and non-metals, and then classification further added to our knowledge of elements and their property. So these are the three main points. Next is Dobner was the first one who classified the elements in 1817. He is a German chemist. He grouped the elements on the basis of the similar chemical properties, and he also said that he made a group of three elements each, and he said that the middle element of the triad is having roughly the average atomic mass of first and third. You can see he made three triads: lithium, sodium, potassium, calcium, strontium, barium, chlorine, bromine and iodine. So if you take the first triad, lithium atomic mass is 6.9 and potassium is 39. If we take out the average of two, we'll get the mass of sodium. So this is how he classified his triad, but the limitation was that he was only able to find out the three triads out of the then known elements. So for others it was not possible. That's why his law was discarded. Then came the law of Newland's law of octave. So the Newland law of octave says that if we arrange the elements on the basis of the increasing atomic mass, first element is having the similar properties with the eighth element. So if you say lithium is your first, then sodium is the eighth, having the similar properties, and he arranged these in the group of 8. So but the limitations were there. It was applicable only up to calcium. That means his law was good only for the lighter elements. Properties of new discovered elements did not fit them into the law of octave, and to complete his table he put two elements together with the dissimilar elements like fluorine and chlorine. So these were the three limitations. One more, he challenged the scientist fraternity that only 56 elements are known and he has classified all them. In future no element will be discovered. So these were the limitations of Newland's law of octave. Let's see question answers. What was the need of classification? First point, element were classified so that they could be studied easily and in a organized manner. Second, classification resulted in grouping them non-element as metals and non-metal, and classification helped us in increasing our knowledge of element and their properties. Second, write down three elements that show Dobner's triad. You can write any three: lithium, sodium, potassium, calcium, strontium, barium and chlorine, bromine, iodine. Newland divided elements into horizontal rows of 8 elements each. False. Write down the two drawbacks of Newland's law of octave. You can write the first 2 points. It was applicable up to calcium only, and the new discovered element did not fit on the law of octaves. Then the question number 5th, can you following groups of elements be classified as Dobner triad? Sodium, silicon, chlorine, beryllium, magnesium and calcium. Their atomic mass has been given. So if you take out the average atomic mass of the group 1, that is sodium 23, and third one is chlorine 35. So it comes out to be 58 upon 2, that means 29, and silicon atomic mass which is given, it is 28. If we take the group 2, that means beryllium, magnesium and calcium. So beryllium is 9 and magnesium is 24 and calcium is 40. So we have to add up 9 plus 40 divided by 2. It comes out to be 24.5. So in both the cases we are getting the result as per the second rule of Dobner's, but in first case all these elements do not have similar properties, although the atomic mass of silicon is average atomic mass of sodium and chlorine. So first case cannot be classified as Dobner's triad, but yes, second case can be classified because they have the similar chemical properties also. So this completes your worksheet. Hope you like this. Thanks for watching.